Hi. Welcome to Inference. This is the place where you learn and improve. In this video, I will be talking about flashbacks. But first, I want to provide a disclaimer. The information provided in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. The views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the producer or any affiliated organizations. The producer and its affiliates make no representations or warranties of any kind, express or implied, about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, suitability, or availability of the information, products, services, or related graphics contained in this video for any purpose. Any reliance you place on such information is therefore strictly at your own risk. In no event will the producer or its affiliates be liable for any loss or damage, including without limitation, indirect or consequential loss or damage, or any loss or damage whatsoever arising from loss of data or profits arising out of, or in connection with, the use of this video. Again, please seek professional medical advice and treatment if you are experiencing symptoms of PTSD or other mental health conditions. Now, let's get started with the video. Have you ever found yourself lost in thought, suddenly transported back in time to a different moment in your life? Perhaps you were standing in line at the grocery store, lost in your world, when you heard a familiar voice that instantly brought back memories of a past relationship. Or maybe you were taking a walk in the park when the sight of a tree or a bird triggered a flood of childhood memories. This phenomenon is known as a flashback, and it can be a powerful and sometimes overwhelming experience. Flashbacks are a common occurrence and can be triggered by a variety of stimuli, such as a familiar smell, a particular sound, or even a specific place. When a person experiences a flashback, they are transported back to a past event and may relive the emotions and sensations associated with that event as if it were happening in the present moment. Flashbacks can be positive, allowing us to revisit cherished memories and experience positive emotions once again. For example, the sight of a childhood toy might bring back fond memories of a happy childhood, or the sound of a certain song might take us back to a joyful moment in our lives. However, flashbacks can also be negative, particularly when they are associated with trauma or difficult experiences. In some cases, flashbacks can be a symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, a mental health condition that can develop after a person experiences or witnesses a traumatic event. In this video, we'll explore what causes flashbacks, how they affect us, and what we can do to manage them. Whether you're someone who experiences flashbacks frequently or just wants to learn more about them, keep watching. Flashbacks are a type of memory recall that can happen when a person is reminded of an experience through one or more sensory cues. These cues can be anything reminiscent of the original experience, such as a sound, smell, taste, touch, or even an emotion. When a person experiences a flashback, they feel as if they are reliving the event in real time, often with intense emotions and sensations. Flashbacks can be triggered by a variety of things, including trauma, stress, anxiety, or depression. They can be a normal part of the human experience and happen to everyone from time to time. However, they can also be a symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, or other mental health conditions, especially when they are distressing and interfere with a person's daily life. It's important to note that not all flashbacks are negative or traumatic. Positive flashbacks can happen when a person is reminded of a happy experience from the past. For example, the smell of a particular dish might remind someone of a family gathering, or the sound of a certain song might take someone back to a memorable moment with friends. In the next section, we'll explore how flashbacks affect us and why they can be so powerful. When a person experiences a flashback, it can be a very intense and overwhelming experience. They may feel as if they are reliving the event in real time, with vivid and detailed memories, sensations, and emotions. This can be especially distressing when the flashback is associated with trauma or a negative experience. During a flashback, a person's heart rate may increase, their breathing may become more rapid or shallow, and they may feel physical sensations such as sweating, shaking, or nausea. They may also experience intense emotions such as fear, anxiety, or sadness. Flashbacks can be triggered by any sensory cue that is associated with the original traumatic experience. For example, a person who was in a car accident may experience a flashback when they hear a car horn honking or screeching tires. Similarly, a person who experienced trauma during a thunderstorm may have a flashback when they hear thunder or see lightning. While flashbacks can be distressing, it's important to remember that they are a normal part of memory processing and can be an important step in the healing process for some people. In the next section, we'll discuss the connection between flashbacks and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, is a mental health condition that can develop after a person experiences or witnesses a traumatic event. Symptoms of PTSD can include flashbacks, nightmares, anxiety, depression, and avoidance of certain triggers or situations. Flashbacks are a common symptom of PTSD, and they can be triggered by any sensory cue that is associated with the traumatic event. For example, a soldier who experienced combat may have a flashback when they hear gunfire or see images of war. Similarly, a person who experienced sexual assault may have a flashback when they hear a particular song or smell a certain scent. Flashbacks can be distressing and interfere with a person's daily life. They can cause feelings of fear, anxiety, and helplessness, and make it difficult for a person to function normally. However, with the right treatment and support, people with PTSD can learn to manage their symptoms and improve their quality of life. Treatment for PTSD may include therapy, medication, and self-care strategies. Therapy can help a person process their trauma and develop coping skills to manage their symptoms. Medication can help to alleviate symptoms such as anxiety and depression. Self-care strategies such as exercise, mindfulness, and relaxation techniques can also help manage symptoms and improve overall well-being. In the next section, we'll explore some tips and strategies for managing flashbacks. While flashbacks can be distressing, some strategies can help to manage them. Here are some tips for managing flashbacks. 1. Grounding techniques. Grounding techniques can help a person stay in the present moment and reduce the intensity of a flashback. These techniques can include focusing on the senses, such as feeling the ground beneath your feet, smelling a familiar scent, or listening to calming music. 2. Self-care. Taking care of yourself can also help manage flashbacks. This can include getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and exercising regularly. Self-care can also involve engaging in activities that you enjoy and finding ways to relax, such as practicing yoga or meditation. 3. Seeking support. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional can help manage flashbacks. A supportive person can help to validate your feelings and provide a safe space for you to process your emotions. 4. Cognitive behavioral therapy. CBT is a type of therapy that can help a person change their negative thought patterns and behaviors. It can help manage symptoms of PTSD, including flashbacks. 5. Medication. In some cases, medication may be prescribed to help manage symptoms of PTSD, including flashbacks. It's important to talk to a healthcare provider about the risks and benefits of medication for PTSD. By using these tips and strategies, it's possible to manage flashbacks and reduce their impact on daily life. If you or someone you know is struggling with flashbacks or other symptoms of PTSD, it's important to seek professional help. If you or someone you know is struggling with flashbacks or other symptoms of PTSD, there are resources available to help. Here are some resources to consider. 1. National Alliance on Mental Illness. NAMI is a national organization that provides support and resources for individuals and families affected by mental illness, including PTSD. They offer educational materials, support groups, and advocacy initiatives. You can find more information on their website. 2. Veterans Affairs, VA. If you are a veteran, the VA offers a range of services for those who have experienced military-related trauma. These services may include therapy, medication, and support groups. You can find more information on the VA website. 3. Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. SAMHSA is a national organization that provides information and resources on mental health and substance use disorders. They offer a national helpline that provides free, confidential support and referrals to local resources. You can find more information on the SAMHSA website. 4. Local mental health clinics and providers. Many communities have mental health clinics and providers that offer services for PTSD and other mental health conditions. You can search for providers in your area through your insurance provider or online directories such as Psychology Today. Remember, seeking help for mental health concerns is a sign of strength, not weakness. There is no shame in asking for help and taking steps to improve your well-being. Flashbacks can be a challenging experience, but they do not have to control your life. By understanding more about the nature of flashbacks and seeking out resources for help, you can take steps to manage the symptoms and live a fulfilling life. Remember to be patient with yourself and to take the time to prioritize your mental health. With time, support, and self-care, it is possible to recover from trauma and move forward in a positive direction. If you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it with someone who may benefit from the information. Together, we can raise awareness and create a more supportive environment for those who are struggling with flashbacks and other symptoms of PTSD. In conclusion, flashbacks are a normal part of memory processing and can occur in response to a variety of experiences, including trauma. While flashbacks can be distressing, some strategies can help to manage them, such as grounding techniques, self-care, seeking support, cognitive behavioral therapy, and medication. Flashbacks can be a distressing symptom of PTSD, but they are treatable. By understanding the nature of flashbacks and seeking out appropriate treatment, it is possible to manage and reduce the frequency and intensity of these episodes. If you are experiencing flashbacks or other symptoms of PTSD, know that you are not alone. There are resources available to help, including therapy, support groups, and medication. It is important to prioritize your mental health and to seek help when needed. If you know someone who is struggling with flashbacks or other symptoms of PTSD, remember to be patient, compassionate, and understanding. Educate yourself on how to best support them and encourage them to seek professional help. It's important to remember that everyone's experience with flashbacks is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's also important to seek professional help if flashbacks are interfering with your daily life or causing significant distress. If you know someone who is struggling with flashbacks or other symptoms of PTSD, it's important to be supportive and non-judgmental. Encourage them to seek professional help and offer to be a listening ear or a source of support. By understanding more about flashbacks and their connection to trauma and PTSD, we can create a more compassionate and supportive environment for those who are struggling with these issues. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please consider sharing it with others who may benefit from this information. Together, we can raise awareness and create a more supportive environment for those affected by PTSD and its associated symptoms. Alright, folks, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new about flashbacks. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.